Hey guys, so today I'm going to be installing the floor joists and the floor system in this new part of the house. So I wanted to show you this. So to start with, what I did is I figured out my elevation in this original part here in the addition, and then I went through and I got some 2x12s lagged into there. I put lots of liquid nails and PL on there, and I got those all lagged. Put a bunch of Tapcons in. They're not Tapcon brand, but they're Simpson brand, Simpson Strong Tie. So I got those put in. I tried to put them in the solid part of the cores on the blocks, and I went through also, and some places, these aren't going to be load bearing because these are the side floor joists, but I put some of these heavy duty anchors in some places as well. So, and I anchored them really good, liquid nailed them really heavy, and so I don't think they're going to go anywhere. And so I went through and did all that first. Now I did a 2x12, that way I can fasten a ledger on here for these to sit onto, because the rest are 2x10. Then I switched to 2x10 over here. I did treated for all this because it's on concrete blocks. And then I wanted to utilize this wall here, and then I capped it off with some treated right here. So I got this on here. And then this block wall, I wanted to utilize this block wall. It's not perfectly straight sideways, but that's okay. I can cut these to fit. And so I got that capped. I was going to cap this one over top of it, but I failed to do so in my elevations. So I ended up putting it in between, but these ones is where it's going to hang on anyway. This is just going to support the floor as it floats across here. So that should work out good. So I got about a 13.5 foot span over here, and about a 12-foot span here, and a 10-foot span on the other side. So I'm going to do a row of beam right here, post and beam, on these piers. So I got those brackets pre-drilled ahead of time, and then I can put that in after my vapor barrier's in. So here's a quick subfloor update. I don't usually do this at night, but now that I'm inside, got a light and everything. So it's going to show you a progress update. I got 2 rows of flooring on here. Got the Advantech, same as I did upstairs up there. And yeah, so this is going really good. So what I wanted to do, you can see how wonky this edge is here. Maybe you can see it. But I wanted to square it off of this part for when I run this sheeting. Because if you remember when we set the trusses, this house is out of square. So what I tried to do, I found out that these end walls are pretty square, but these aren't over here, these side walls. So I ended up getting a square line off of that, and then I got this running. So this is surprisingly good. Now these ends that were over here against the concrete block wall right here were really twisted, but I ended up putting a 2x on the end here to straighten them all up. And then I just now put some blocking all along this edge here. I figured, well, it's not quite center because I got about 6.5 left, but it's close enough to center that I wanted to get this much done and then block it, because these things were so twisted and warped, these old 2x10s. So with putting these all into submission with this sheeting, then I could go ahead and do blocking. So that worked really good. So did that, and that should make for a nice stiff floor. Boy, really liking this Advantech. Stuff is so flat and straight, and yeah, really happy with it. So anyway, just carrying on with this, and we'll keep on it going. All right, so I got the vapor barrier down in this part here earlier today, and then I got some ram board down just to walk on here. And then I'm building a beam here. So I wanted a beam in the center here, and I wanted to do a post in the middle here, which I had poured my concrete piers for. So what I did is I marked them and drilled them ahead of time before I put the vapor barrier down. Then I was able to find the holes, do that, and I also had made some marks on the perimeter here, so I knew where center was and edge. So I was able to put them right with my laser mark, even though the vapor barrier was down. So now what I'm doing is I'm building a beam here, and my plan is I'm going to go 4 layers wide, 2x10 yellow pine. I'm using liquid nails and lots of nails. So what I decided to do is put a 2x10 on the bottom, on flat like this. And when it's all done, I'm going to use that kind of as a ledger for my floor joists. So I'm going to do that on both sides once I get 4 layers on there. So yeah, so I'm just nailing it together really well. lots of glue. This is how far I got tonight. So I got my beam all built, and got 4 layers down through there, nice and solid. So I got it all laid out with marks that I referenced off of that wall and that wall where I had it all squared up. Then I got, at the halfway point, a floor joist on either side, nice and solid, just to make sure that it stays nice and straight, because it's nice and straight right now. But I just want to make sure that it's nice and straight, stays that way. So what I'm doing as well is putting some construction adhesive underneath that, just to make sure there's no squeaks or anything there, kind of like you do for normal joist hangers. So anyway, and then I'm toenailing them really good in there. So I decided to build the beam so that it's flush instead of having these sit on top of the beam because of height underneath here, for crawling under here. I wanted to keep this up as much room as I can. So yeah, so there's my little post that I put in there, and everything's planing out beautifully. So really happy how that's going. So tomorrow the plan is to get the rest of these floor joists put in and hopefully get some subfloor on in this section. Then all we got left is a deep crawl space over there. Well, I'm working here on the floor joists, getting these in today. And I guess Wyatt just can't help himself to start playing in here as soon as I get a little bit of floor space. Man, Wyatt, you got yourself an 8-foot tower. That's crazy. With the wind in here and stuff, it's standing.
The subfloor is really level, which helps.
Yeah, pretty cool, buddy.
And there's no one else with me.
Yeah. Hey, this is the outside looking in. Whoa, sun's shining. So I wanted to show you really quick here. I think this will show it okay. It's not super bright in here, but I got the deep crawl space all vapor barriered down in there. So I could show you down in there a little bit, but so I got an access hole right there. I think I talked about it maybe, that there's probably going to be a window seat. The kitchen's coming over, and then there's going to be a window seat, and we're hoping to have that in there because since this is all living room, don't really want it in the middle of the living room. But we want to be able to access this for storm shelter, maybe storing some things. It turned out nicer than we thought it was going to be. More room down there. I think we're going to end up putting some shelves and stuff down there maybe. Something that's going to be more than just a storm shelter. So man, this has never been this nice and clean. So yeah, down in here, for now I just put a piece of Advantech down to put the step ladder on, and that's going to go up the hole there. So this is not quite as tall as it is down in this end. So I have to duck to get down in here, but I'm 6 foot tall. But if I stand up in between floor joists, I can stand up. But it's not bad. It's probably about 5'8" or so on this part. All right, well, got all the floor joists in. And you can see that block wall, how it curves right there. So I had to custom cut each piece. Nothing was not custom in this build. But yeah, so got that all in. It's pretty soon be ready to finish this subfloor, but yeah, it's sure nice to have this all in. So my plan is I'm going to do 2 rows of sheeting, and then I'm going to put blocking in the middle there as well. I kind of like to do it once the sheeting spaces it, because then I know it's perfect. So that is the floor joist. Man, it sure is nice having all this subfloor down to this point, so I still got to do subfloor over here. So yeah, to put this subfloor down, I'm just using this Liquid Nails subfloor glue. I've not gotten one of those guns from Advantech or anything like to shoot out the foam stuff or the gray stuff. Like there's different brands, but I just haven't done it enough to justify one of those and the cleanup and all that. So I just used a good old-fashioned caulk gun and this stuff. And it's done a good job for me.